Happy Monday, everybody. It is Monday, March the 6th, and this is your weekly announcements. I've got a couple of things. It's going to be a little bit longer of a video, but hopefully all of the information will come clear. If you have any questions, please make sure you Skype me a chat box and ask me those questions or send me an email. Quick, first and foremost, everybody seems to like coffee, and I like that. I'm a big coffee person, but smoothies were coming into a close second. If you haven't answered me yet, please do. I have a couple of things in store for that later on. But in the meantime, there's also a 2-question survey that I've posted on the homepage that I need everybody to fill out for me. It's real super easy, but it is going to have something to do with the next couple of weeks and what you're going to see on the homepage. So please go ahead and jump in there and do that. So that's first and foremost. Now let's take a look into the modules. So because of there's a lot of you that are in and out of vacations. I know Kristen is on vacation this week at her school. There's spring break, and then there's a bunch of you next week and the week after, and there's a couple of you that are on 2-week spring breaks, and there's just all kinds of craziness. So here's what I have done. So available to you, of course, is your previous stuff, Unit 1 and Unit 2, which is now done and over with. And what I have done is I have opened everything up for Unit 3 and everything up for Unit 4. And what that means to you all is that everything has kind of extenuating due dates, if that makes any sense to you. That basically means that I put sort of the last remaining due dates possible, which would be March the 30th, for everything to be due for Unit 4. I mean, I've got smatterings of due dates within there, but just so you know, I'm kind of looking that everything be completed by March 30th. And then that way, that gives a lot of you flexibility for those of you that are, in fact, trying to get through your spring breaks and all the different spring break things that are going on. And so I wanted to be sure that we all were on the same page with that. So you have till March 30th to basically turn it everything for Unit 4. And what I did is I extended the Unit 3 to March the 12th. So you have some time there in March the 12th to get everything done for Unit 3. So I'm giving you a lot of flexibility time so that everybody's due dates and everything are in fact easy and manageable, and we don't have any late assignments and things like that. So you have ample time to get everything through. But a couple of things I want to talk about. In Unit 3, there is what's called a Flipgrid that you're going to go post some videos on. It's kind of fun, but when you go to the Flipgrid, it's actually going to take you to this site, and there are 4 topics, and you are posting 2 of the 4 topics and responding to 1 of the 4 topics. So make sure that you take some time to get in there and read these questions for your responses on drug access and drug pricing for individuals. There's also a video, a documentary that I want you to watch. It does cost $1 to download, so if you can get in there and do that. If you have trouble with it, let me know ahead of time so that I can see what I can do to get you some other information. In here is some case studies, some protocols that you are trying to identify the ones that are true and not true, and so take a few minutes to take a look through those. And then there's a small exit survey, and it's actually posted twice, and I apologize for that. You're going to fill it out through here, but then you'll notice when you go to the next thing, it says reflections on human animal research. It's the same survey. I had to do it that way because for some reason it wasn't posting a due date for the other one, so just know that it's the same thing and it's not an extra assignment. In Module 4, what I want to talk about in Module 4 when you get in here, Module 4 is all about stem cells, stem cell research, gene therapy, predictive genetic testing, designer babies, lots of really cool information. I think you're going to love it. And we get into cloning, and we start with cloning. We start talking about cloning. There are some group projects and assignments and stuff in here, so please make sure that you're reading through those pretty carefully. Again, everything, as long as everything's into me by March the 30th, everybody should be good to go. Here's what we have. You have your first case study on someone who was given the option to clone their child, and so you can look at that. Again, I have the introduction, the syllabus, and everything, and I have dates all listed here, but I'm going to reiterate one more time that at least if everything's in by the 30th, that should give us enough time to make sure that everybody's through all their spring breaks in order to manage that. When you go on to the next thing, you have clues to cloning. You're going to be given, so here's where I need you to pay attention to your Skype account. The way that I like to do this is everyone's going to get different articles and different things to read, but you get them through Skype. so that not everybody sees all the information that you have because you're wanting to share. So you're going to get 2 articles through Skype. They're from the Cloning Times newspaper, and you're going to read those articles, and then you're going to go to a Google Sheet and you're going to fill in the date that you think that article was written and what the title of the article is, and if you think it was the prime, you're going to make a decision on what you think is the most scientific or greatest scientific event in cloning and the greatest social or political event out of cloning that has occurred. So I want you to take some time to read through those, and then you're going to read the titles of other classmates and sort of make distinctions through there. And then you're also going to read a little bit about human cloning, what the ethics is behind that, ethics and unethics, and then you're going to have a partner. And you and your partner are going to put a Google slideshow together, and you're going to sign up for a partner. And there's a section in your tabs called the People tab. If you look over here, you click on the People tab, and the People tab is going to show you a lot of options for groups. So you click on Groups right here, and it's going to give you all the different groupings that we have available. So here's all the different things that have happened. And so there is, some reason they're not showing, but there are those for Unit 4. There we go. It's loading up, takes a few minutes. You'll see cloning, and you're going to see cloning groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're going to sign up. You're going to go in here and you're going to sign up for who you want to work with, and you're going to have a partner. And when you get to that partner, you and your partner are going to set up a Google slideshow that talks about the cloning. And I'm going to go back here for just a second. I'm sorry. It's taking me a minute. You're going to set up a Google slideshow that you're going to share with me directly. And you're going to answer these questions. There's slide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to go through and write out all of these things about scientific breakthroughs and the ethics of cloning and things like that. So you and your partner are going to set that up. So you're going to sign up and have a partner, and basically at the end, if someone hasn't chosen someone, then I will assign them. But this way you get a little bit of autonomy in who you get to work with on this particular assignment. The next one is stem cells. There's a lecture here. You'll see it up here. And then you have techniques for obtaining stem cells, and your group will be divided into these people right here, and I will be sending you, your group, the topic that you guys are going to be looking at, so the type of stem cell techniques that are out there, and you're going to find out what those are, and then you're going to put together a little chat session. You're going to look for an article that is using your stem cells in that particular way, and then there's a little video post that you're going to listen to and talk about what some points, finer points of stem cells. Again, another case study which talks about these 2 individuals who have stem cell options for therapy and what that's going to look like. And you have a little stem cell quiz. And then we continue on to predictive genetic testing. So this is actually going to deal with the BRCA, the breast cancer test and awareness. And so I thought you might get interested in seeing how that plays out. And you each will play a part in this predictive genetic testing. You're going to help someone decide whether or not they're going to get some predictive genetic testing on breast cancer and what that looks like in the workplace through insurance and so on. And here are some genetic diseases you're going to do some research on. Again, all of this is written there. I'm just kind of going through really fast. This is called eugenics, and we're going to talk a little bit about what eugenics is. You're going to define that. You're going to choose an assignment to explain one of these topics and what eugenics did, especially in the past. My favorite, debate on designer babies, which is so much fun to talk about. And then gene therapy. And so this is just talking about what gene therapy is and whether or not it's a good or bad idea. And your exit survey in this unit is a little different. It's just talking about your personal investment in gene therapy. So if you were somebody who had a specific disease that could be treated with gene therapy, what choice would you ultimately make? So that should give you some idea about Module 4. It's a lot of information here. I'm already at 9 minutes, and I apologize for that, but I hope that that helps you get through everything. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Thanks so much. Have a great day.